A 1% fee can erase $64,000 from a retirement account. Not because the market crashed, not because someone picked a terrible stock, not because they panicked and sold, just a 1% difference. And that's not a dramatic Wall Street hypothetical. It comes from an official example published by the U.S. Department of Labor. I'll show you the exact math in a few minutes. But first, here's the uncomfortable part. This cost never arrives as a bill. No warning pops up. It comes out of the account quietly every single year. And if you have a 401k, an IRA, or a target date fund, this isn't just someone else's story. A fee like this may already be working against your account. Michael worked for 35 years. He was not chasing hot stocks. He was not gambling with his retirement. Every paycheck, part of his money went into his 401k. He stayed invested through every market swing. He trusted the plan through 2 recessions, through the years the kids needed braces, through every tight month when skipping a contribution would have been easier. He never skipped. When he started his job, he got the 401k paperwork, looked at dozens of fund names, and made the choice most American workers make. A fund that adjusts itself based on your retirement year. A target date fund. A reasonable choice. Tens of millions of people make the same one today. From then on, Michael looked at exactly one thing in his account. The balance. If the number was growing, things were working, but the number that actually mattered was buried lower on the page. As retirement got closer, Michael ran the real numbers for the first time. The math didn't line up. The market had clearly gone up, but his account was tens of thousands of dollars lower than he expected. At first, he blamed the market. Then he blamed his own math. But the leak wasn't in the market. It was inside the account. And if you have never checked your fees, you may not know whether the same thing is happening inside your account. Michael scrolled down his fund's detail page all the way for the first time. Below the balance, below the returns, below the chart, there was one small number, the expense ratio. His fund charged 1.2% a year, 35 years of statements, and he had never once read past the balance. To be fair, nobody reads that far down. That's where they keep the fine print. And the fees. It did not look dangerous. That was the problem. It looked normal. The fee was not screaming at him. It was sitting quietly in the details. Every year, up market or down, that much came out of the entire account as the cost of running the fund. No bill, no invoice. Which is why, in 35 years, Michael never once felt like he was paying anything. In one survey, only about 1 in 4 investors knew what they were paying in 401k fees. More than 1 in 3 didn't know they were paying fees at all. Michael was one of them. Michael had found the number. His fund charged 1.2%. But he had no idea if that was high or low. He had nothing to compare it to. So he did what many people do. He assumed it was normal. Maybe all target date funds cost about the same. Maybe this was just the price of convenience. And right as he was about to close the page, Michael opened another option inside the same plan. Same retirement year. Same automatic adjustment. Same safe-looking description. Same promise of simplicity. On the surface, they looked almost the same. But the cost was not the same. Michael's fund charged 1.2%. Another lower-cost option in the same plan cost only a fraction of that. That was the second shock. The problem was not only that Michael had a fee. The problem was that he had never compared the fee. He checked the balance every time. He checked the returns now and then, but the cost, he had never compared it, not once. And in a retirement account, a small number you never compare can become the biggest difference later. So what does that uncompared 1.2% look like in real money? If your retirement account has $500,000, a 1.2% expense ratio is not just 1.2%. It's $6,000 a year. Not as a bill, not as a warning, It simply never stays in your account long enough for you to notice. And Michael was not losing money all at once. He was losing the chance for that money to keep compounding. Now it's time to prove that $64,000 from the beginning. This is the official Department of Labor example, exactly as published. A $25,000 balance, 35 years until retirement, an average return of 7% a year, no further contributions. With fees at 0.5%, the account grows to $227,000. With fees at 1.5%, it grows to $163,000. Same money, same market, same years. The only difference, 1% in fees. The result, a $64,000 gap. The final balance reduced by 28%. 1% is invisible year to year, but compounded over 35 years, it adds up to years of retirement living. Think about what $64,000 means in retirement. That's years of property taxes, years of groceries, years of not worrying about one more bill. That's why Michael's math never lined up. Let's be clear about something. Higher fees don't automatically mean a bad fund. Actively managed funds genuinely cost more to run. Sometimes they earn that cost, and the automatic adjustment in a target date fund has real value. The problem is just one thing. If you know the cost and choose it, that's a decision. If you don't know the cost, that's just a leak. Michael's problem wasn't that he paid 1.2%. It's that in 35 years, he never once compared it. This problem became serious enough to reach the Supreme Court. In Hughes v. Northwestern, the court rejected the idea that a plan can simply say, cheap options were available, so expensive ones are your problem. The point is simple. The people running a retirement plan have an ongoing duty to monitor the investment options inside it. So tonight, don't just check your 401k balance. Check the cost. Find the expense ratio. Write it down. And then do the comparison Michael finally did. Put it side by side with the lowest cost broad index option inside your plan. A higher fee doesn't automatically mean a bad fund, but now you know what you're paying. If your fee is fair, you've confirmed it. If it's not, you just found the first leak in your retirement account. What took Michael 35 years, you can check tonight in 5 minutes. The balance is the result. The cost is the structure. And in a retirement account, the structure decides the result. If this kind of check helps, subscribe. We'll keep tracing the numbers that affect your retirement money.